Hi there, just doing a little clip about vanilla sugar, and even though we're trying to get a lot of sweet things out of our life, we're trying to make up really intense flavoured vanilla sugars and sugar substitute. The only substitute we really use processed is xylitol. We've done a little bit of research on it and it seems to be the best natural, although processed, option to replace sugar. So I'll just show you how we've made up our vanilla sugar, and we're halfway through the process, but I'll explain how we started off with the xylitol because I'm making up a fresh batch of that. So here we go. Rightio, so step one is you grab your sweetener. This is organic xylitol, so we've been told. We buy it from a local company in 25 kilo bags. My mother buys it as well, and a few of the other family members. We go thirds. You can get it down to about $7 a kilo. If you go to a health food shop, I think when we first started buying, I'll just cover the company name, it was $42. $42, I don't know if you can make that out, for 2 kilos. So we've managed to get it down to about $7 a kilo delivered. So huge saving there. Yeah, so you start with your sweetener, xylitol. I'll stop rabbiting on. And what we do is, we get the beans. These are Madagascar beans we've just bought off from a buyer on eBay who imports them from Madagascar, supposedly organic. And all you do is, it's simple as put the beans into the xylitol, and what that does is, it's going to end up being about 1.5 kilos, 2 kilos in here. And what that will do is dry the beans out a little bit, get some of the moisture out, and also start putting some of the vanilla flavours through the oil. The vanilla oil flavours through the xylitol or sugar or sweetener or whatever you're using. So how many have we got there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I might go 15, I think. Because what we're trying to do is make an intense infusion as we can. That way we don't have to add as much sweetener when we want a vanilla flavour to something. So we're going to put 15 beans in this. Maybe that's a little bit over the top. Actually, I might put another 5 in. I might make it 20. So that's the end of that packet. And this is a packet we got off eBay the other day. Sister, if you're watching, you'll get 5 more beans in the end when I split them up. I went hard with my sister with this lot. This is a ½ kilo. So, oh, these are longer pods. 1, 2. I might just add 3. There you go. You can have 3 extra, sis. I'll just add 3 beans and cut them in half. And then all I'm going to do is top this up with some xylitol after I sniff and lick my fingers, because they're covered in vanilla bean seed and sweetener. Oh, that's good. So I'll just tidy myself up. Rightio, so now all I'm going to do is just top it up with some xylitol. As I said, we only keep it in the bucket for convenience, but we actually buy it in bulk. So if you're after xylitol, look for bulk buys and see if there's someone you can share with. Because seriously, you're going to find better deals out there than buying in small quantities. Oh, and it also sets hard, like a rock. This came from a bag we have stored in our pantry, and it'll actually set like a rock. So don't worry about that, just a bit of a tap and it frees itself up nicely. Right, so that'll just go into the pantry now, and in about 2 weeks we'll process it like I'm about to show you with the sugar. Rightio, so what we did was we grabbed the beans and we split them down the middle, scraped the seeds out and mixed the seeds in through the sugar. And then we inserted the beans into the middle of the sugar just to help them dry out, and it lets the flavour release into the sugar a bit more. So I'll just actually pour this into a bowl so I can get the pods out. So I'll just pour it into this bowl. And what I've got here is a little bullet processor. We could use the big one, but just easier to clean the small one. So all I'm going to do now is just get these vanilla beans and chop them up, and I'll just show you one in a tick. It's a lot drier. I don't know if you can see that. It's actually turned a little bit brown. The oil has gone into the sugar itself. So that's all the vanilla beans in the little blender, bullet blender. And we'll just put it in. Actually, I will put a little bit of sugar in there just to help powderize it a bit so it spreads through the other sugar. So here we go. So this here then just goes in, turned on, and away we go. It's going to get loud. I'll just check the consistency of that. So I'll just show you. There you go there. It's actually, seeing this, I actually think I'm going to do it even though it means extra cleaning up for me. I'm going to do it in the big one. So we'll just put this in. I might add a little bit more sugar with it. See how quick this big one can do it. Oh, the smell is awesome. That looks like it's a lot finer now. So that'll just go straight back into here. I was thinking that I could just get away with using my little bullet blender as we have in the past, but looking at how aggressively this thing mills stuff, I think I might be doing it in this from now on. So it's just a little bit fiddly when it comes to the cleanup, but I suppose if the end product's worth it. Plus I get all this little spillage from the lid. So that's what you end up with. A nice milled vanilla bean. That just gets stirred through the sugar that you were already had the beans sitting in, and that'll just impart even more flavour and goodness into the mix. So, but like I said, because it's got so much vanilla in there and a lot of the oils are going to be absorbed by the sugar, you won't need anywhere near as much as a conventional vanilla sugar that you'd say buy from the shops. Well, I don't think you do anyway. So I've been a bit spoiled. We've always made ours fairly strong, and I bought a packet from the shop and I found it a little bit lacking and ended up adding vanilla essence. But anyway, homemade vanilla sugar / sweetener. Hope you enjoyed if you try it. I will show you one more thing. Right, yeah, this is another thing we do, vanilla essence. This one here is over 12 months old now, I think. I'd have to check back on my blog because I did a post when I originally made it. And I'll just show you what it looks like. It's basically vodka, a nice, decent vodka. And what you do is split the beans, scrape all the seeds directly into the vodka. And then what I've done is, I don't think you can see it in the bottle, but I've actually chopped the beans up into probably about 1/2 centimetre size segments and put that in there as well, and that's just sitting down the bottom. This one here, we pretty much all had finished. It had about 2 centimetres left down the bottom. So all I did was add 2 more beans and topped it up to here. So from there to there, so that's probably about, actually a bit lower. Topped it up to there, so it's probably about 1.25 cups worth of fresh vodka with 2 more beans, and we've just started to use it again recently in pancakes and things like that. So another thing, if you're interested to try it this way, is if you pour a small little shot with about 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, makes a rather warming drink as well. So anyway, I won't put that back in there on camera, I'll make a mess. So that's pretty much all it for my little vanilla demonstration. That's what we normally use our bullet for, coffee grinding. And the vanilla sugar actually goes really well with your percolated coffee. So I got some condensed milk to make, so I'll get at it. Have a good one.